Hey crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and I have a bestie for you today. Whoop whoop! And her, well, she doesn't have a name, so she's a big-eyed, big girl. Big-eyed, what do you call it? Anyway, she's image number 308, and she's totally adorable. I already colored her up. And I'm clicking on my computer because I try to always want to know what their names are so that you can find them if you need them, but they'll be in the description box below so you can find her exactly really easily. So she's image number 308 and she is adorable. I printed her off really large, so my card today is going to be a 6x6. I'm going to bring you down to the table and I'm going to show you how I put this all together. First of all, since it's going to be a rather large card, it's a 6x6, which is what this piece of paper is, as my background, I want it to be an easel card. So you need to have one piece of, hold on, I'm losing one of my cameras. I don't want this to crash during my video. Okay, you want one of your pieces of paper as your base here to be 6x6 exactly. The other piece you want to be 6 1/4. And if you see this little tiny edge here, that little 1/4 of an inch is where you're going to score and glue it to the other piece so that it opens up like a card. Alright? And the one that you deem the top piece is just simply going to be folded right in half. That's the part that's going to hold it up. And then your 6x6 background piece, you're going to put glue just on this bottom half. I'm going to go ahead and do that with you now. Just on the bottom half of this. So it would be a 3x6. It's half of your 6x6. Okay, that is where you're going to glue down your base on top of that. You want to make sure that you line it up really well. Alright, glue that down, and then you'll see that it stands up. Now we're definitely going to be adding stuff here to make it stand up, which they call the stoppers, and that's what I've got, what all these other extra pieces are for. But for now I'm going to lay it flat and I'm going to put together some of the pieces that I cut from this paper pad that I thought would go really well with her. I'm going to put this one in the corner so it swoops down kind of like it looks like a moon. I think that's really cute. And I'm using my wet adhesive today. I redid this one and when I refilled it, basically, and I thought I added too much water, but it seems to have kind of mixed together pretty well. I use Aleene's Turbo Tacky Glue and a little bit of water. I mix it all together in there because I like it to flow out a little bit quicker than it would if it was just straight glue. I don't want to have to wait, and the water doesn't seem to bother it at all. So eventually she's going to go on here somewhere, but I like the look of this. And this is a punch that I have, so I did this border punch. I'm going to put that on too. I really like the way this glue is coming out. It turned out really well. You can also use different kinds of glues like what is it, the Scotch Adhesive Quick Dry. I really love that. You guys want to see what that looks like in case you haven't? I do have a bottle. I also really like this Scotch Quick Dry Tacky Adhesive. It already comes with a really teeny tip. Whoops, right there it is. You know, so you don't have to transfer it to a bottle if you don't want to. And because the top is flat, you can store it upside down like this. Because I have water in this, when I tip it over it comes out really easily, but this might be a little thicker, so if you can store your glues upside down like this, they'll always be ready to come out. If you store them up like this, then every time you're going to have to shake it so that the glue goes down to the bottom. It kind of wastes some of your time. I'm an instant gratification kind of person. I just want it to be done and be done now. So that's my only purpose in doing that. So it's totally up to you. Now I've got this other border because I thought that would go really well, and I want her to kind of pop up over here. But then I had these extra ones that I want to put on top, that those are going to pop up as well. And I want to either glitter them or put a gem in them. I've got my gems right here on the side. So maybe a sparkly gem like that would be really cute on there. I really love these. I don't know what you call them. like iridescent. When they shine, they shimmer in all kinds of different colors, like pinks, blues, greens. Oh, it's so pretty. I will probably go through those pretty quickly, and I'll need more. For sure. Okay, now I'm just going to go double check that, yes, I've got this going the right way before I start gluing on any more of my pieces. Have you ever done that? Glued on all your pieces and realized that you glued it on the card the opposite way and then it opened up wrong? I have to admit, I've done it. But we learn from our mistakes, right? And we just keep getting better. Better and better. I need my scissors, my non-stick scissors for this. I'm now going to pop up these pieces, and they were cut from the same pattern paper, so they should fit on there exactly. If you're the type of person that doesn't know or doesn't like or just can't figure out how to come up with creative things on your own, use pattern paper like this stuff. It's already got the pattern on there. All the patterns in the pattern, like in the 6x6 pad, they already match. You don't even have to think about it. You just put it all together. So the reason why I'm only popping up these 3 is because she's going to be sitting in there, so I don't want that to double pop her up, if that makes any sense. And then this one's going to go right on the side here. And so those 3 are popped out. It's so cute. I want, like I said, something to go on the inner. I think those little tiny ones right there are going to work out swell. This is a really cool tool. If you don't have one of these, I put it off for forever not to get this because I thought how ridiculous to pay money for a tool like this. But I adore this tool. I especially like this end right here because this end will push these jewels off when they're connected by glue, and then I can just pick it up with that and put it right on my project. This end is also sticky. You can do that too. I just find that this end helps me out a lot more, so I use that one. So I'm going to pop off a jewel for each one of these. At least the ones that I popped up for sure. Those 3. Okay. That is starting to look really good. She's got some shimmer on her dress a little bit, so that kind of makes that pop out too. I've got these extra ones because I want to use these as the stoppers, which once you set up an easel card like this, it's just going to keep falling flat unless you have what they call a stopper right here. This is also going to be part of my stopper, and I want that to go across the front like this. This is just an extra piece. I'm not sure if I want to put these on there yet, but it's really cute. They're just these teeny tiny shimmery little clothespins. So this is how I kind of want it to look. I want this to go across here, and then I was thinking that maybe I could just put a couple of these as the stoppers in the center. Now I'm just putting them on there to see how they look. Do I like the look of that? Is there too much white? Not enough white? I think leaving some of that white really makes this pop and doesn't make it look too crowded. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this part down because I do like that. Remember to always put your pin in here too, because it's so tiny it tends to dry up really quickly. So just keep your pin in there. Sometimes I just forget when I'm crafting. I don't put my pin back in right away. But these things never clog. I totally adore it. Alright. I'm going to have to kind of hold that up while I decide where I'm going to put that. I want a little bit of white showing at the bottom. And I'm just trying to make sure that it goes pretty straight across. This is not my stopper, so this can be flat. These 3 are going to be my stoppers, so see, like, it'll totally catch on there, but it probably won't stay because, yeah, because the paper is really thin. So I'm going to add these 3 extra poppers here. Meaning that I want to pop them up, and I want them to be stoppers, so I kind of call them poppers. Creative license, right? Creative license. All right. Now I decided to put the pink in the middle with the blue and the green on the outsides of the pink, because if you notice they do that in the pattern here as well. That wasn't the reason though. My reason being is if you put a blue and a green together, the colors just kind of run together, you know what I mean? So putting the pink in between breaks up that color pattern and makes all the colors pop. So let's slide this back. The pink I said was going to go in the center. And I'm eyeballing it. I'm like, okay, where's the center going to be? I don't know exactly. I'm not going to measure it. I'm not going to measure it because measuring is just not my thing. I'm just going to guesstimate. So maybe one right there, and then one on this side. Okay, that looks good. And then because I have some jewels on there, I want to go ahead and use the same jewels on these three as well. You know, no tool is foolproof. Some people use this sticky up tool, what is it called? A quick stick tool. Some people use their, just their fingers, you know, their hands and do it. Other people I've seen use their pokey tool, like this, to poke gems off. I find that really difficult. I don't know, I think it's just a personal preference. Whatever works the best for you. I really like this. So this right here says, all you need is love. And then you say the word again, love is all you need. It's so cute. And then she's going to be right here. And I'm wanting to maybe put another sentiment up here. But I want to pop dot her on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a whole bunch of this pop dotty tape roll that I have. And I'm just going to, you know, kind of spread them out. You don't always have to have a whole ton of it, just so long as it stays up. I'm sort of avoiding her face, only because sometimes when you take pictures and you've got this tape right behind her face, you get like a square shadow. Not all the time, I guess it depends on your lighting, but just in case, I'm kind of avoiding putting it directly under her face. And then I'm going to put her down here. Oh, this one could be pop dotted too if I don't. Nope, she's going to be covered up. So I'm going to kind of center her in between those. She is so cute. Love her. Image 308. I wish she had a name because she's so pretty. But then that makes that easel card stand up. And then if I wanted to put something here, I could just clip it on. Let me see if I could quickly find in my die cut section here maybe a little circle that might work. I've got some small ones. This one's kind of an oval. Let's try that. So if I wanted to put something here, look at that. I could just clip it on. That's kind of big. I'd probably make it a little bit smaller, but I don't know exactly who I'm going to give this to yet, so I don't want to totally finish it off. And that way I'm open to being able to create a perfect sentiment directly to somebody that I want to give it to, and it will be totally awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really love the Besties. I believe that there is still a sale going on. Try the Your Special 50, and that's on the Etsy shop. I love shopping on the Etsy shop. I'm a digi lover, so most of the ones that I work with are digis, but I do have some of her clear stamps as well. So I'll try to do a video with one of those. Let me know what you think, and if you like the series and how things are going, give me a thumbs up if you like my videos and you enjoy the way that I do my processes and my tutorials, and I'll see you guys next video.